It was amazing, the transformation after going through what was the beginnings of the Institute of Self-Worth, how these gentlemen received grace. It's such a good feeling to know that you're helping people, particularly people who have been shunned aside, thrown away, and giving them something to live for.
There's nothing like watching the light come on the inside of somebody and seeing the hope come back into an individual. And through the Institute of Self-Worth, you see that happen.
Hello, I'm Vic Porter with the Institute of Self-Worth. And this evening we have one of my board members, Bob Tidwell, here to talk about the importance of becoming partners with ISW and the benefits of being involved with something that is literally changing the lives of thousands of people all over the world. And I'd like to introduce you, Bob Tidwell. Bob, good to have you.
Thank you there, Vic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you and I have known each other for, what, 5 or 6 years now?
Yeah, over 5 years, yeah.
5 years, and I trust that's been somewhat good.
That's been pretty good, that I know of, sure.
Yeah, and Bob travels with me from time to time when I go to other churches and states or prisons, and he gets to see some of the fruit of what happened with ISW. And I know some time ago we went to Mississippi. Tell a little bit about that and your experience down there, what you saw take place in the lives of some of the inmates.
Yeah, well, not just being involved with ISW, but to get to see the fruits of it, to go to these prisons and see these men and women and to see how it changes their lives. I think that's what probably got me most interested. I went there with Vic and these people. It was just like they were so excited about Institute of Self-Worth, and so was Vic. I mean, he was ready to get out and dance a little bit before we got to the prison, and I told the inmates that. Yeah. But their lives were changed so much and so dramatically. These guys come up and they were just so excited about this, the Institute of Self-Worth, how it's changed their lives, how it made them feel like they've got a chance in life. And when I heard these guys and seen the difference it made, then I was sold. More than just knowing the curriculum, I was sold seeing the results of how it does.
People's lives. You know, Bob, it would be easy for the success that's gone on with ISW, if we're not careful, it would be easy to try to suggest that it's us and so forth. But we all know that it's not us at all. It's the Word that's making the difference. It's not the messenger. It's the message of grace that attracts people, because it's a message that is one of love, one of acceptance and mercy, and it gives them a challenge that there is somebody out there that believes in them and cares about them. And we've seen lots of people, as you've experienced. You've seen a lot of inmates and a lot of people in churches that have adapted to the message of grace, and it's affected your life, hasn't it?
It's changed my life just as much as it's changed these inmates.
Yeah,
I think they were probably so sincere about it that they said that if they would have learned this message years ago, they wouldn't be in prison today.
That's right.
That's quite a statement. If they had known this word that's being taught through the Institute of Self-Worth, that they wouldn't be there today. I believe that.
You know, it's one of the things that fascinated me whenever I first started this back in 2003, to hear these guys say, if we'd have had somebody believe in us for who we are back in our early days of church, we said we wouldn't even be in prison today. And I'm thinking, how in the world? I'm sitting here thinking, where does all this situation come from? And to where we began to manipulate and we began to try to perform. And what I have found, and I think you have too through the years of being in church and stuff, what I found is that a lot of times some of the real issues of life that we have to deal with really come right from the pulpit. And whenever a pastor or somebody that's standing behind the pulpit begins to tell people that it's what they do that makes them righteous instead of Jesus and the blood of Jesus that made him righteous, then they have to try to perform to become something that they already are. And
yeah.
You've seen them experience that.
And, when we're there and we tell them that we believe in them,
Yeah.
you know, and that God believes in them, and that you know, then they believe in themselves.
Yeah.
And not it's not by works; it's by grace.
Takes the pressure off of them of having to
They're
become
not
something.
under pressure.
I remember when we was down in, I think it was Louisville, Mississippi, and one of those young men stood up and gave a testimony, and he said, it's not everybody that he said we get a lot of programs that come through here, but he said you're the only ones that ever come and to see us, and they were very appreciative of it, and then as I was teaching, and if you remember, I told him later, I said, not only did we come and see you, but I said, Bob, I didn't pay Bob's way to come down here. Bob paid his own way. I paid my way. We paid, I think the airline ticket and everything was $750 a piece, from Springfield down there. And we just did that because we wanted to go see these people.
Yeah.
And we do it all the time.
We want to go there and be part of their lives and lift them guys up, and they appreciate it. They knew it was real. We're not there just going through the motions. It was real.
We're not there to get an offering.
No, there's no offerings.
No offering. So, but I've pastored for 25 years, and the largest church that I pastored was about 300. And you see a lot of things in churches. You've been around.
I've
churches.
sat under pastors for 25 years.
Yeah, he's had the same experiences that I've had in some cases.